think a problem that a lot of people face today is that their minds are locked. They have only one way of thinking about things. They've become so conventional, and I know it's something, I'm not being judgmental because I have the same problem. So rigid about this is the way the world is, this is how things have to be, this is how my life has to be, this is what meaning is, this is where value is in life. And I compare it to like a circle. And being a social animal, our thoughts have to sort of stay within this circle of what ideas are accepted, of what behavior is accepted, of what conventions and codes there are. And the sublime is what lies just outside that circle. What isn't really something you're supposed to think, isn't something you're supposed to do, isn't a behavior or a value you necessarily are encouraged to have. But when your mind touches it, tickles it a little bit, you're like, whoa, it jolts you alive. There's another way of thinking. There's another way of being in this world. How exciting, right? And that's what makes people search for transcendental experiences, what Maslow called peak experiences. That's why they climb mountains and almost get close to death and falling, because it gives them that jolt of being alive. It shakes them up. And so the ultimate thing outside that circle is death itself. It's the ultimate unknown, right? And the word sublime means up to the threshold of a door. Wow. And that door is the door to death itself. And so when you peek at it and you look at it, that's the ultimate in a sublime thought, right? Okay, so that's kind of the model. And I want to make you, the reader, aware that you take so much for granted. And I don't want this to be in a Pollyannish way, because the sublime has an element of terror and darkness and fear involved, because death is the paradigm here. But you don't realize in your day-to-day life, it's insane that you live in a world the way it is right now. If you study the history of the cosmos and how unlikely it is that the Earth ended up being the way it is, and how rare it is that there may not be life on other planets. If there is, the rarity of the life that we know of, the animals, the evolution, the technology that we have. And then if you look at the course of evolution and how improbable it is that humans ever evolved, even existed, if an asteroid hadn't hit the planet 60-some million years ago, dinosaurs would still be around, on and on and on. Multiplied by the 70,000 generations of Homo sapiens that preceded you. So let's say your parents had never met, you would not be here, Jay. You'd be combined in something else. Okay, and think of the narrow possibility that your parents hadn't met. Multiply that by 70,000 other generations, trailing all the way to the first Homo sapiens. It's astronomical. The odds that you exist, that you're breathing, that you're looking at a world with plants and animals, etc., is staggering, and you never think about it. So I'm trying to make you think about things that you never think about in this book, and I want you to completely alter and make that going beyond the circle sort of more of a daily occurrence for you.